Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Right now, my neck is a little jacked up, as you can probably see on the video. Having quite a few problems with it, and I'm not able to get down on a rifle and shoot very well right now. So we're taking a little bit of a break from the shooting topics today, and we're talking about a topic that I've been wanting to cover for quite a long time, and that is everyday carry. You'll see a lot of folks on YouTube talking about this, and it's something that's maybe a little overhyped and a little dramatized by today's gun guys, if you will. It's something, though, that I think is super important and that everybody should take a moment and consider. What we're talking about is tools that you have on your person every day. Now, I'm sure everybody has their own set of style, right? What they wear from day to day. The clothes that I'm wearing today is just a typical example of what I'm normally in. A lightweight t-shirt and a pair of pants. That's really all there is to it. I'll throw on a hat depending on the situation, whether I'm going to be indoors or outdoors, and I'll throw on a jacket or a button-up shirt depending on the occasion and the weather. That's not really what we're talking about today, though. We're talking about the tools. So I'll back the camera off a little bit here and just show you what I carry on my person. Now, obviously, I've got the lavalier mic for the video. That is not part of what I normally have on me, but everything else is what I have on me day to day, with a few things different that I'll show you that I switch out. So this is summer of 22. Any of this stuff can change at any moment and does change rather frequently. The two items that I've had on my person for the longest are the knife and the flashlight. So this right here is my pocket knife. I've got this with me pretty much all day, every day, except when I'm in my work uniform, and then I usually have a different knife. This is a Civivi Elementum Brown Micarta Scales D2 drop point blade. Nothing super fancy here. This is about a $50 knife. Nothing expensive, just a good sharp blade that I can maintain pretty easily and does pretty much everything I need to do. The second thing is the flashlight. I keep that here in my left side pocket. Right here today, I have got an Olight S2R Baton 2. I like Olights a lot. They seem to hold up really well. I've run over these things with a truck, actually the smaller S1R I used to carry a lot. I literally ran over it with my truck accidentally and got a scratch on the finish. Still works perfectly, not deformed, everything still works great. I carry these quite a bit. I like the rechargeable function. This one is a little bulky, I suppose. It's about 3/4 or 7/8 of an inch in diameter. But I carry this one when I'm at home or out in the woods or out in public if I'm a little more casually dressed. Let me show you what I switch that out with. You'll notice the theme here. I kind of like brown. This is the Streamlight MicroStream rechargeable. That pulls out and you've got a USB recharging port on the side. This light is much slimmer. I used to actually carry this one for work quite a bit. I don't carry this one as much lately because I've actually swapped out to the S1R Baton for that because it fits in a pocket really nicely. This is very slim and fits in the pocket very unobtrusively. It doesn't really stick out much more than the seam of my pants. So that's the light I carry most of the time when I'm out in public. The one downside to this particular light is the clip does get caught on things and bent really easily. So you can see it's got a little slop there. I'm constantly having to rebend this back into shape to get it to hold in my pocket. And it does, when I've got my keys in this pocket, and that's the other thing I carry, it knocks out pretty easily with that. But that is the light that I'm really liking for everyday carry when I'm going a little slimmer. I do not currently wear a watch most of the time. I'd like to find a good slim one that looks nice and is good for just everyday wear, but I don't have one right now. I do have a simple Timex Expedition. It's got a NATO strap on it, that sort of thing. I used to wear that one quite a bit, but it's got a chip in the bezel right now, and I don't like how unput together that looks. So I'm not wearing that watch at all right now, and I do have a clock on my phone. I suppose my phone would be part of my everyday carry, so I'll throw that in here. Not that it really matters. It is the smallest iPhone that is made right now. It's the iPhone 13 mini. That doesn't really matter. That's not what we're here to talk about. Everybody's got their phone, and I don't think anybody really needs to be reminded to carry that because it's kind of with you all the time. The last thing that I'm carrying right now is my SIG P365 XL. And let me unload this and I'll show it to you in a little bit more detail. We are clear. This is my P365 XL. I love this handgun, shoots super well for me. The grip is a little small for my long fingers. You can see my one hand goes almost completely around the grip, but I can get a good solid grip on it, and the recoil is extremely manageable. It's a little bit bigger than the super micro 9s, about that much shorter than the P365. I find it to shoot quite a bit faster for me, and it's got that little extra barrel, so you got a little bit more velocity, and the grip that is still a little bit short for my hands, but it's perfect for carrying in the holster. Now, the holster I've got this in right now is I'll pull this out so you can look at it a little closer. This is a Tulster. I actually don't remember the name of this particular holster right now. I think it's a Profile. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is the super kind of minimalist full coverage holster with the Sidekick bit on there, and this whole unit fits pretty easily in the appendix position, and it's just got a clip on there and that little Sidekick claw that gets the butt end of the gun in a little bit more under my t-shirt. And you can see with a slim fitting t-shirt like this, it does print a little bit. I'm not super worried about that. When I do carry this gun either under a heavier shirt or under a jacket, I usually carry it in a leather pancake style holster. This one's nothing special. It's one that I made myself. I like this one quite a bit. Fits right on my hip when I'm doing things and I'm not in an area where I'm worried about concealment. This is the holster that I carry it in because I think it's a lot more comfortable than carrying appendix. Really, the only reason I carry appendix is because that is where I feel that I can conceal it best. This holster also works, this Tulster holster, sounds funny to say, also works kind of in a 3 to 4 o'clock position. If I can get it in my belt there. Yeah, it also works in that 3 to 4 o'clock position, which actually conceals just a little bit better for me. But I find that it's a lot more awkward to get to. And it's not near as comfortable riding in a car or anything like that. So I don't carry it in this position nearly as much, though it is more concealable if I'm going into an area, say a fancy restaurant or something, and I don't want a bulge in my front here. Pardon the bright, blinding white skin under that shirt there. The ammo I'm carrying in here is nothing extra fancy. This is the Speer 124 grain gold dot. This is the law enforcement ammo, pretty standard stuff there. 12 plus 1 in the gun. And I normally just carry 12 rounds total. I'll have 11 in the magazine and 1 in the gun. So what's the point of all this? What is the point of a bunch of different guys on YouTube telling you what they carry on their person all the time? Well, there's really not much point to it, except to encourage everybody to carry tools on them all the time. I don't know how many times I've been in places where there needs to be something done, and most of the guys or gals around didn't have any sort of tool to do the job. There's a reason that I carry a knife and a flashlight. The gun, hopefully we'll never have to use that. The knife and the flashlight, however, I use these every single day. And that's not an exaggeration. Once you start carrying a flashlight, and yeah, your phone has a flashlight on it, but it's no good at all compared to even a cheap flashlight like this. This thing's like $30 on Amazon, rechargeable, lasts a long time, even on one charge. It's a way better option than the one you've got on your phone. Your phone doesn't have a knife. Whether it's just opening packages, cutting your lunch, or whatever, everybody's got use for a pocket knife. My wife is constantly borrowing this when we're out and about places, even though she's got one in her purse. Most of the time, it's always getting lost. This one, it always stays in my pocket, and I legitimately do use it every single day. I think part of being a prepared adult is having tools with you all the time. Sometime, if you guys are interested, we can go over what I carry in my truck, which is definitely way more in depth than kind of the minimalist setup I've got on my person all the time. But that is kind of bare bones minimum. I think every guy should be carrying, at minimum on them, a knife, a light, and a handgun all the time. Now, the handgun doesn't go with me at work. I work in aviation, and it's not federally legal for me to carry that on me all the time. When I'm not at work, I do my best to remember to have that handgun on me as often as I can remember to. The one thing that I want you guys to take out of this video is, if you are not currently carrying tools on your person when you leave your house and even around the house, just start small. I've been carrying these two things for probably 2 years now, and they haven't let me down. And like I said, I use them every day. Combined price for these two tools is around $80. I think a lot of people can afford $80, or you can even go cheaper. You can, for $30 or so, you can find a CRKT or a Gerber knife that will do. And so for $60 or so, you can be carrying quality tools on you all the time. Oh, I almost forgot. The other thing I'm carrying at the moment is a slimline wallet. This, again, I made myself. I'm sure you guys already have some way to carry around your credit cards, cash, etc. But this is what I'm using right now. Just a simple handmade slimline wallet that slides in the side pocket of most of the pants that I wear. So anyway, guys, if all you're carrying right now is your keys, your phone, and your wallet, I would strongly encourage you to start carrying more tools on you. Like I say, at minimum, a flashlight and a knife, a pistol when you can. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.